Welcome everyone. In this video we have the Valor VL100. Some of the great features of the Valor VL100 is that it's modern, affordable, easy to use. You can set up traditional or cash discounting or surcharge, default or dual pricing, and it's got a nifty touchscreen. And overall it's a great terminal. It's sturdy and really affordable. So let's go ahead and open it. It's going to give you an Ethernet cable. You're also going to find a quick reference guide with instructions. Inside, you'll find the actual terminal. Last but not least, we have the power adapter and the cable, and also we have paper. Alright, once you've unboxed your terminal, it's time to load some paper. So first thing we're gonna do, see this hatch right here, we're gonna open it, and that will give you the print bay. And then loading the paper, you want to make sure that the paper is coming out from the bottom of the roll. Okay, put that in the print bay if necessary. That's how we load the paper. I also want to note that the paper itself, let's take a look at the paper roll. This is 2 1/4 by 85. That's the maximum size that will fit in the print bay. All right, let's power on the device. Here. It's turning on. There it is. Now it's going to start checking for the Wi-Fi. Okay, once you've powered on the device, it's going to ask you, do you want to connect to Wi-Fi? And this is the best option in my opinion. It's less wiring, but if you want a more stable connection and not have to be dependent on Wi-Fi, they do include this Ethernet cable. If you opted for an Ethernet connection, one of the sides right here of the cable needs to go into this port right here, where it says LAN. And then the other side of the cable would go to a router or their switch, but it has to be connected to the modem to provide a stable internet connection. And then it will automatically pick up the Ethernet connection if you have it plugged in that way. So now let's go and connect it to Wi-Fi. Do you want to connect to Wi-Fi? Yes, connect. And then you're going to find your network, and then you need to enter your Wi-Fi password. It is case sensitive. It does take a little bit of effort, one letter at a time. Okay, hit the OK button. Once the terminal is connected to the internet, it's going to ask for an EPI number or an EPI ID. The EPI number is what assigns the terminal to the merchant and their banking institution. This allows batches from this terminal to be deposited into the merchant's bank account. The EPI is also what contains the file build parameters, such as tip, the way the receipt looks, tax calculation, auto batch out time, and other things. Okay? Alright, now we are at the home screen for default pricing. Alright, and at any time when it asks for the password, always remember by default it is the last four of the EPI. So in this case 6580. And that will let you bypass the password. Okay, just wanted to demonstrate that. Now we are at the default home screen. The interesting part about this terminal I find really useful is that they have a full touch screen right here. So you can actually touch right here to cycle through the different functions of the terminal. Switch from credit to cash if you need to print a cash receipt by tapping on the method of payment, and then also different transaction types. Do sale, void, pre-auth, ticket, refund. Just want to show you that. And then down here we have the star, and this is the favorites menu. And you can reprint the receipt. You can do settlement, tip adjust, reporting. We'll get into all that in more detail. You can also do your downloads here. Really useful menu on here, the star menu. But also we have the main menu right here, the 3 lines at the bottom. And with the main menu, takes you to payments. You can set your favorites here too. Settlement, reprint, reports, pretty much all the same thing in the favorites menu, except a little bit more detailed, because now it's going to give us the utility and host utility, and also setup, where you can change like the screen brightness, or I think, yeah, change the password from here too. So just want to show you everybody that. And then we don't really use the remote diagnostic too often here, but in case you are looking for it, it is there too. That is the home screen. If we want to void a transaction, with default pricing, we have credit and we have sale right here. What we're gonna do is tap on where it says sale. And you can also use this to cycle, but we wanna make sure that void is on here. I'm gonna hit the green OK button, and then after prompting for a password, I have it disabled here. But after you put the password in, it's going to ask you for to void either by transaction number or by card number. And let's just do transaction number. And the receipt says transaction number 1, so we're going to enter that. And then it's going to show you the transaction detail. Now just hit the OK button. And it's going to ask you, do you want to text the void receipt or print it? And just hit the print button right here. And it's going to send that out. Print you a void receipt. And if the customer requests it, you can also print a copy out for the customer. Alright, so now we are going to do a tip adjustment for you restaurants or service-based businesses out there that accept tip, especially if you're doing it by paper like this. You do need to adjust your tips into the total amount before the terminal batches out for the night. So I'll show you how to do that right now. You're gonna hit the star button, and then you're gonna hit either right here where it says tip adjustment or 3 on the pin pad. Then it's gonna ask you, do you want to do it by transaction number or card number? I find it easier to do it by transaction number because you can see right here where the transaction numbers are on the merchant copy of the receipts. So now let's go and hit transaction number. We're going to do transaction number 2 first. Right? You make sure it's correct. You're going to go OK. And then this amount. OK. And then it's going to ask if you want to print a merchant copy. You can do this. Yes, print, or no. We'll print it out here. If you want to keep record of it. And then now it's going to ask us for another one. Let's go transaction number 3. So I'm going to show you here. Okay, got the right one. 8 cents for demonstration purposes. Hit OK. And we don't have to hit that print option. And then when we're done here, we can settle the batch for the night. So to settle the batch for the day manually, I'm going to show you how to do it. If your terminal is already set to auto batch, it's going to do it every single time at that time where it's set, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. But the tip adjustment needs to be put into the machine before batching out. Otherwise, you're going to have to do a manual card transaction after pulling the full card numbers, which is a tedious process. So I want you to be aware of that first. So now we are going to settle the batch, and you do this by pressing the star button, and then it says right here settlement or number 2 on the pin pad. And if you have auto settlement enabled, it's going to ask you, do you want to settle the batch manually? For demonstration purposes, we're going to hit yes, say we are closing early for the night. And it's going to print out your batch report. Do you want to settle batch? It says here, tip adjustment not possible after batch out. So it's gonna give you a batch report before actually settling the batch here. And once you're sure that all the tip adjustment has been made and everything looks good, you can hit the green yes button or the OK button down here. And then it's gonna close the batch. And now you have your batch out report and also a summary detail. So I'll show this to you over here. Alright, now it's time to do a file update on this terminal. Say we're changing something with the receipt or any pricing or any tip amounts. After that gets done on our end, here at our office, we would need you to do a file update on the terminal itself to make sure that those changes take effect. So it's really easy. You're gonna hit the star button, And then you can either scroll down to 6 where it says download package, or hit 6 right here on the pin pad. And then hit the green button. Okay. Now you can see that our terminal has been updated. If you have dual pricing enabled on this terminal, your home screen is going to look a little bit different. It's going to function much the same way as the default. So you see here, there's a card price and a cash price. So let's put in $1. And $1 being the card price. The way that this is set up, this is on a true cash discount. So they're paying cash. You can see the discount right here by 4%. So the way that we have it configured right here is on a true cash discount. If you have dual pricing enabled on your terminal, you're going to see card and cash, and we have it set up with a surcharge in this file build. So if I put in $1, the card price right here is going to be $104, and it's also going to show the cash price. So we will put in the cash price here, and it will automatically adjust for the card price. So let's try running this transaction. Let's chip it in this time. Okay, and you can see here that it prompts for a signature. Let's go ahead. Okay. Okay. And we don't need a customer copy. Card. For dual pricing, voiding a transaction or doing a refund is a little different. I'm going to show you how to find that here right now. Instead of tapping it on here where it would be on our home screen, we would go here to the 3 lines and then payment, and then card, and then you're going to see void right here, where you can also do a refund here, which is number 5. We're going to do void number 2. We're going to do it by transaction number. Enter transaction number. I'll bring up the transaction detail. Okay to void. Print receipt. And it's going to give you a void receipt. If you want, you can print out a customer copy if the customer requests. Let's go with this. Customer copy. And that's everything, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to give our office a call, 323-348-1322, option 2 for tech support.